Today I have an easy recipe for you, and I have a tasty recipe for you. I'm going to show you how to make moist and tender barbecue chicken every time. So stick around, see how I do it. I am Chef Johnny, your ultimate beef-loving Texan, and today I do have a great moist and tender chicken recipe for you. Guys, we're going to barbecue this chicken up, and we're going to keep it moist and tender by using a brine. So stick around and see how I cook up this brined barbecue chicken. You might be asking yourself, why brine? The reason for brining is to add moisture. Can you add flavor? Yes, you can add flavor. But mainly when we brine, we add moisture. This is what I'm using today to brine my chickens. Guys, if you haven't used a briner bucket, they work great. I know I've done it in Ziploc bags. I've done it in 5-gallon buckets. A lot of different ways you can do it. Well, these work really handy. I'm going to show you the inside of it so you can see it's got a little plate in there that'll push it down and hold it in the water. And the brine, there's a lot of brines out there. You can get a lot of recipes for brines. What I use though is, this is a chicken soak for Kosmos. They also have a great turkey brine also that you can get right now. I know they're flying off the shelves at Kosmos. But the chicken brine, it will work on turkey, or get the turkey brine. I've used them both. They're fantastic. Let's look inside here, get the lid off. Here's the little plate I was telling you about. That's what holds my chicken down. Just turn it. It's got some grooves in it. See the grooves? They come out, and there is our bird. Now, I'm going to take this over to the sink, rinse it off, bring it back. We'll pat it dry real good, and then we'll get it seasoned up. We are going to use a binder. Guys, it does not take much at all. I'm just going to rub this mustard on. I want a thin coat of mustard. And today what I'm going to use is Kosmos Dirty Bird. Can't hardly go wrong with that. And since I'm going to leave this bird whole, I am going to season the inside. And then I'm going to season the back of the bird. Season my wings good. And I'm really not going to put on my finished coat yet, because I am going to truss this up with some butcher's twine. So not going to worry that much about my legs. I'm going to show you how I do that. Let me spin this bird around. But handling it, you're going to get your finished coat messed up, but I wanted the parts I couldn't get to after I tie it up. So let's get it tied up. You can see a lot of videos of me doing this a lot of different ways. I do it just by tucking the legs into the skin, tucking the wings in the side of the chicken after cutting slits in it. But what I'm going to do is, I'm going to come here, I'm going to wrap it around my legs, all right? And I'm going to come back, and I've got it nice and tight. Then I'm going to pull it up front. Once I'm up front, I'm going to wrap it just overhand loop 1, 2 times. Make sure you've caught your wings in here so that it cooks uniformly. When you're cooking a whole chicken, guys, you want it to be uniform. So here we go. Wing is in. That's there. And by doing it twice, that just kind of helps it hold in place, is what that does. But it's there. I'm going to come back, tie another loop. It's done. Now all I have to do is cut my strings. That's ready to go. I can come back in now and do my finished coat of Dirty Bird. Get my sides good now. Let's get this side good. And if we were doing a turkey, it would be the exact same process, guys. Just a little bit bigger, right? There we go. That's a nice package. Make it look like a football, right? There it is. We got the Primo set up for an offset cook, set running about 300 degrees with some post oak. Let's get it on. Here's a couple of more brining tips. Guys, do not brine a bird that's been injected with a brine. If you do, you're going to start turning it mushy. So look for those that do not say water added or brine added. Anything like that means they've already injected it with a saltwater brine. There's moisture in there, you could risk getting it mushy. So you want to do that, and you don't want to brine it too long. If you over brine it, you're going to get salt, you're going to start breaking down that meat. So when you look at turkeys, guys, especially with turkeys, look for those that say enhanced with brine or something. Those are not the ones you want to brine. They've already been injected with it. I have this ceramic grill set up for an offset cook, so both deflector plates are in there. I have harder lump charcoal in it, and I also have some post oak. So that's what we're smoking with today. We're going to take this up to about 165 degrees. See y'all in about hour 45, 2 hours. We're going to open this up. We're about an hour in. This bird's probably around 130 degrees. I started the fire over here, so if you can tell, cooking a little faster on this side, so I'm just going to spin this bird around, right? Right here. It is time to get this chicken off. I bumped that temperature up just to crisp that skin up some because of that brine. Remember, there was moisture in that skin that we don't normally have. But we're going to get it off and let it rest for a little bit. Some of y'all know I'm in the outdoor kitchen. That's where I do most of my cooking. And there's horses around, so we're always fighting flies. And I found some nice little fans. They're supposed to keep the flies away. I always thought it was kind of a silly thing and didn't really believe it. But the other day I saw it on a Emerald, his tailgating shows. And he had, not these exact ones, but he had some fans out there, I guess, to keep the flies away. Seemed to be working for him. So I thought I would try it. I'll put a link below if you're interested in them. But they won't hurt you. They're soft. If one of the kids stuck their hands in it, it'd be fine. But so far, so good. It's keeping the flies away today. So another tip in this video. We finally got this bird off. A little bit over 2 hours, but I tell you what, it is looking pretty. It's got plenty of smoke. We did dry that skin out. Gave you those tips about brining. Hope some of those work out for you. But it is a great way to put flavor and moisture into a bird. We're gonna get our string off, so let's just come in here and we'll cut it. Take it off. Remember, keep that bird tight. You don't want it all spread out. It's not going to cook evenly. Moment of truth on this bird is it tender and is it moist? That wing came off like it's tender. See if we can cut part of this breast off. Folks, I want y'all to look at that. That is a pretty chicken. That is a moist chicken. That bird looks lovely. That is a good looking piece of chicken. Take off another slice. That bird is packed full of moisture. It's cooked well. Took it to 165 degrees, let it rest. Guys, that is a beautiful, beautiful chicken. Well, guys, there you have it. A beautiful chicken, nice and moist, packed full of flavor, packed full of juice. It is not dried out. I tell you what, this wing is just, even the wing itself is not dry. You would think it was, but remember, we squeezed it in tight to the body. Great wing. That wing is good with that dirty bird on it, packed full of flavor. That brine from Kosmos is just an excellent brine. Remember to get them with your turkey brine also, right? And you could do this same way with the turkey. But that's a beautiful, beautiful bite. Let's give it a try. I'm going to run this in the house. The wife and I are going to have a fantastic supper tonight. And it's all because of Kosmos, guys. Dirty Bird, Kosmos brine, a great primo grill that we smoked it up on with some post oak. Look below, I'll have some links for everything down there, guys. My fly fans seem to be working real good. The briners, they worked real good. Put a link for those there if you're interested in looking at those. But a great meal. Give this a try at the holidays. Roast you up a chicken. Remember, oven works the same way. Put it in your oven. Cook it in there after you've brined it. or on the pit. I like the smoke flavor, so mine are going on the pit. But hey, have a great holiday season. We appreciate it. Thanksgiving, Christmas, guys. Y'all have a wonderful Thanksgiving and a Merry, Merry Christmas. Thanks for stopping by. I always do appreciate it. Remember to like, subscribe, and share. I'm almost to 75,000. I think I'm at 74,000 subscribers, so help me get to that 100,000 mark if you would. I'd really appreciate it. Thanks a lot. I'm Chef Johnny, the ultimate beef-loving Texan, and we're going to see y'all down the road. So long, everybody.
How them boys put food away beats all I've ever seen.